Earth.
Air.
Water.
Fire.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku and the arrival of a strange comet in the sky, members of all nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
My name is Bree, also known as PrettiPixel, and I am playing Shurva, a warrior from the Fire Nation.
I play Mako, a firebender from the Fire Nation.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Oki, a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
I'm Brandon, and I'm Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hey, I'm Dave, and my character is Al, the airbender from the Air Nomads.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. Hello, everybody. Hello. How you doing? Give a wave, yay!
Hey.
Wow, Dave got really into that wave. Thank you. That's the commitment I want to see. You were really into that wave. Thank you very much for that. For podcast listeners, this is one of those rare times when I would say you need to quickly look up the video so that you can enjoy how enthusiastically Dave waved. It was very enthusiastic. He's excited to be here, guys. Come on, let's show him some support. So, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, welcome back, everybody, to Avatar Legends. We hope you are doing well. You've had a safe, fun, productive week. If you haven't had any of those, got some great news. Come join us for Avatar Legends anyway. You can escape from your shit life and live in the fantasy world that we create every week. That's what I do. So, welcome aboard, everybody. Thank you for joining us last night for our Tyranny of Dragons stream. It was an epic session. Just a sneaky
terrifying.
sneeze there. And terrifying.
It was my drink.
It was your soda.
I thought it was
nice.
me
It was
eating. I'm like, it's terrifying. Huh.
Yeah. No, it was a hectic session last night. We ended on a massive cliffhanger in the midst of combat with 2 adult dragons. So that's going to be fun to see how that resolves. The only reason we ended it is because I genuinely was like, probably going to be a party wipe if we keep going for the rest of this session. So that'll be fun to come back to. That'll be great. But yeah, we may or may not be playing some Raft this coming Saturday. Dragon and I discovered the new update has some really cool features. Bree, I can see you shaking your head. You coming in? Nodding your head, sorry.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I'm keen for
Andrew.
Depends on
Andrew.
sleep.
I'm going to tell you right
Sunday,
now.
Right?
I have shifts this week.
Oh, whatever. Sunday or
I need
Saturday.
sleep.
Whatever suits.
Saturday does not suit. Sunday suits.
Okay, well then we're doing it Sunday. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, we discovered some new updates and Dragon and I had some really good fun. But you guys probably don't want to spoil yourselves. Don't watch the stream from last time. Don't spoil yourselves. We'll show you the cool new stuff. But don't watch what I streamed.
And watch what I stream.
Don't watch what I
just one
streamed.
thing. Not everything, just that one thing.
Just this one thing. Everything else is mandatory. You must watch. But yeah, not this one thing. Just because it'll ruin the surprise. Like the things Dragon and I found were very funny. So I don't want the surprise to be ruined. Alrighty. We probably should get into Avatar Legends. I think that's what we're all here for. So let me do a little bit of a recap and then we will jump back in. Now, our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung-Bolo of the Earth Kingdom, Oki of the Water Tribe, and Aal of the Air Nomads. The children of important ambassadors of each of the 4 nations, they have been attending a historic summit at the Beifong Estate. With the recent death of Avatar Roku and the arrival of a strange comet in the sky, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. After being captured by the Dai Li, the group managed to escape into the Si Wong Desert and sought refuge in the Misty Palms Oasis. After acquiring a sandship, the group located the lost library of Wan Shi Tong, the knowledge spirit. However, the time in the library was cut short by the arrival of a number of firebenders and Fire Nation soldiers, which led an enraged Wan Shi Tong sinking the library in the sands. The team then made their way towards the Si Wong Rock, a giant magnetic meteorite in the center of the desert. After bluffing their way into the Fire Nation outpost set up alongside the rock, the party realized that the Fire Nation were in the process of mining and refining the Si Wong Rock into extremely strong magnets. Deciding to prevent the Fire Nation accessing this magnetic material, the party detonated an explosion which released an ancient ocean spirit. Having heard rumors this spirit could grant wishes, Mako took a gamble and wished for his mistakes to be undone. The results of this wish are still being learned by the party, but they now know that Mako's father is alive and at a Fire Nation camp outside the walls of Ba Sing Se. Other consequences pending. The party have been making their way there, but last session, en route through a patch of woodland, Mako, Rung, and Oki were separated from the party when a section of ground caved in beneath them, depositing them into a badger mole nest. Using food to distract the moles, the group escaped down a side tunnel and ran into a mysterious old man wandering the maze. After a slightly unnerving conversation with the man, it was revealed he was in fact a spirit who proceeded to chastise the group for their reckless wish. After learning the wish may have had repercussions amongst the spirits, which is now throwing the world out of balance, the old man encourages the group to head to the Northern Water Tribe to learn more about the spirit wilds and where to find the various locations needed to appease the spirits. So we ended last session with essentially Shurva and I'll do from your perspective really quickly because obviously you weren't here last session, and then that will catch us up to the present moment. So you watch as Marco's sitting down on a rock, Shurva, and Rung steps over a section of earth in front of him. The earth caves away underneath him. Rung just drops into the hole, trying to catch himself, but failing miserably. Marco doesn't even try. Marco literally just sitting there in place, crosses his arms, goes, "Oh no," and drops backwards into the hole. Yeah, Oki proceeded to follow those two down. However, before she left, you had spotted a group of Dai Li coming through the trees. So Al headed off to try and distract them from the air, while Shurva, you joined forces with your new ally to try and eventually put them off the scent, try and distract them and move them away. So you and Jen were on the back of Layla the Shearshoe, trying to sort of distract. As you headed through the trees, you'd grabbed some fruit from a nearby tree and dropped the fruit like bombs on top of them, these sort of large, very watery, almost like melon-style fruits. Just dropped them from above right on top of the Dai Li's heads, catching their attention. Two stone hands flew up, one actually grabbing your chest and cutting into your clothes and tearing them slightly, but you were able to stay airborne and prevent them from being able to tear you to the ground using earthbending. Layla and Jen and Shurva came up behind, Layla the Shearshoe paralyzing some of the Dai Li, the rest following in pursuit. You'd led them back towards the river that you had just crossed, managing to lose them in the dense trees before spinning around and retracing your steps back to the main party. Layla the Shearshoe was able to track Marco's scent towards a patch of earth that was only partially caved in, and you dug down and saw the three of them, Oki, Mako and Rung, just standing in a hole in a network of caverns looking a bit bemused. And that's where we ended last session, with Rung earthbending them up out of the hole and going, "Ah, great, you found us!" And that's where we ended last session.
I believe there was one more thing after that where Rung informed the group that we're out of snacks.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yes.
What do you mean we're out of snacks?
Well, there was a lot of things that happened down there from when I did my amazing earthbending to try and close the gap, and strongly fell down to the ground and stopped my fall. You should have seen it. It was amazing. But there was something down there that didn't really like us that much. And I tried to befriend it, but they're an enemy to the coal mining earthbenders. Anyway, gave it all our snacks to appease it, and it didn't work. But we're alive, so it worked out well in the end. But we don't have snacks.
That means, right? We can go snack shopping in the next town.
I thought we were going to kill it and take the snacks, but yes, that's way better to do, yes. I thought with you here we could, 1-2 punch it, but better idea and cheaper as well. But the idea's on the table.
It's attack from the ceiling. No one expects an earthbender from the ceiling.
You can't. I've been told they can't come from the ceiling, so it's just impossible.
You weren't told they can't. You told they were unlikely to breach from above.
I was
Not
actually just breach a cavern network from above, though, with an
You're not an earthbender.
No, not an earthbender.
I did kinda
Layla the
just do that.
Shearshoe just dug it out.
You're not an earthbender, so it's
No,
fine.
no. You guys did when you originally fell down there.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
technically they fell.
That
No,
was
technically they did
technically an
fall. Yeah, actually,
earthbender
technically,
coming from above.
Shit.
I
technically.
did
lie.
slam the ground.
It's a
and
lie.
break the earth
My
in, like,
my
the
favorite
cavern.
kind of win there for you, Bree. Technical win. It's my favorite way of
It
being
seems
right.
like a daily strategic
Guys,
move.
I have to go back and make a wish.
Never again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
they might not know about. No, that's fine.
No.
So
Jen
did
sort of
anything
looks
else happen
over.
while you were down there?
no, perfect. You got this.
Just
There
a
was
nice
this-
stroll.
There was like the centuries. They're nice. The moles were nice. They
Century.
Century. Sorry,
Cool.
that was something else. Then there was a nice old man. Wait, hang on a second. We ran out of snacks.
You've established.
I still have some snacks.
Is the old man
So you haven't
still
even had
down
snacks?
there?
He doesn't
What
have any
old man?
snacks, I checked.
What old man?
Did you not say something about an old man?
They haven't said anything about an old man.
No, I said old man by mistake.
Oh,
In
did you? Oh,
character.
great.
In
Fantastic. Great. Carry on then.
No.
Leave this.
As I look at the others.
Do you want? It's something that we seen an old man that was through the tunnels. As I give a look over to, I'll give a look to like Shurva and Al.
Jen? Oh.
Yep, Shurva and Al, who weren't quite around at that time. Like, yeah, it was just an old man wandering in the tunnels, lost. We sort of guided him on his way, and they can literally lead everywhere. Apparently, these tunnels throughout the city. So you could theoretically go straight to Basking State through these tunnels, but it's a dangerous event to go in there by yourself with all those.
Is
big
he
badger
alright
moles.
in there?
I'm
Like,
sure he's fine.
Should we really
Yeah,
be
look,
leaving him in there?
you know,
Stay down there.
didn't have any snacks on him.
He's-
Gave us some information about the tunnels. Seems fine.
We
We can
had to take
always
him with us.
He's fine.
always talk about this later if you guys want to, so like without trying to put my face towards the other person, to give him a little eyebrow pull up to the other two to show them.
I think you're trying to do this subtly, correct?
Yes.
Could I get you to try and trick an NPC? You're trying to be subtle. Could I get you to roll with creativity as you try and trick?
Of course.
You sound very sure of yourself. This is interesting.
Yeah, always very sure of myself. Doesn't mean it's
I
right.
I think that's the problem.
Trick. There we go. Trick. In trick with creativity. Yep.
Yes. 5. That is a failure. As you wink, essentially, very obviously in front of, because Shurva's like sitting next to Jen on the sheer shoe, and so as you try and like wink at Shurva, Jen's face is like maybe 40 to 50 centimeters away from hers. Like there's no way she can't see this, and Jen just watches you and goes, "Is there something wrong with your eye? What's going on?"
Yeah. All that blasting of the dirt.
Oh, all those lies that you're telling, it must be really sort of straining the muscles.
Oh,
Or are you so full of
Obviously
shit
the-
it's actually coming out of your eyes at this point?
Jen, I'd calm down. It's embarrassing, but that's wrong in my secret message for we need to go pee.
I'll roll me trick an NPC.
I like first is not disadvantaged in this game.
That is
Let's
an
see.
8.
That's an 8, mixed success. Okay, so you get to pick one of these things. So I'd say for this one, yeah, I'd say for this, so with an 8, mixed success, yeah, she's falling for it, but not. So she's like, all right, well, fucking go pee then. Why does that require a special signal?
Well,
It was like,
it's
You're really good
a
about
bit
it.
embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing? How old are you?
I'm 16.
Well, you see, in the in the tunnels with those badger moles down there, you would have to give your mates a wink to let them know that you need to pee. So you just go there and watch each other pee to make sure that someone's watching your back, so no badger moles burst out the cave behind you and grab you. So it's just something that I just do instinctively now. I'll knows he's my lead detective. Well, we're both on the same level.
Thank you, Shurva,
but
for
we're both
pointing that out.
leads.
Jen nods and goes, yeah, exactly right. I was going to point that out. Airbender wasn't in the tunnels with you. In fact, have you ever been underground,
now.
Airbender?
He is winking now. Oh, yeah. Look, underground... I'll give you a secret. Nobody expects an airbender to come from underground. So we...
Like, I'm just there, like, agreeing with this. Like, yep, no one does. It's true.
Yeah, but also,
Rare.
how often do airbenders, like, attack or launch, like, covert missions or, like, do anything but fucking meditate
How
and
would
eat
you know?
and
They're so
drink
covert.
fruit?
You can't say if they're on the ground. You wouldn't know.
If they're
I'm
so
not a
covert,
really
how would you know?
good airbender.
Can I just point out that you guys have said that this winking is a secret message between the two of you that you both know about, but then one of you said, actually, it came from when we were underground when one of us wasn't actually there, but he knows about it.
Yeah,
I thought he meant he needed to go pee
Share
since he was
everything.
on the ground.
We share everything together. We teach each other these things, and it just works really well for us to just know that's my tick for if I need to pee, I've got to wink
They
at
don't
someone.
need help digging a hole. It's fine. They're doing a good job themselves.
Anyway, can we go pee now?
Yeah, usually when I see Rung...
You don't need to ask
wink at me,
permission for that.
Oh,
we just don't want
Jen
you
just
guys
looks
waiting
out
around.
loud.
really
I'm gonna
confused.
go pee. Don't leave. I'll be back. Come on.
Because usually when Rung winks at me, I make a distraction for him to go pee.
If you need to go, just fucking go. Why are you telling me your life story? I don't care.
Oh, it's
I don't know
coming
why you
out. I'm
go
going.
anymore.
Jesus.
Such an elaborate story for a lie.
So okay, Rung and Al. Do you head off into the bushes by yourselves?
Yes, we head off.
Thank you, great.
I'll head to the bush, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. You two just head off. We'll come to you two in a
Yeah,
second.
Before leaving, he turns
go
around
away.
to the entire team and just gives a big wink.
But do we need to go now? Like, what's happening here?
I know you're playing to your character, and I can never be frustrated when you're playing a character, but I'm a little bit frustrated right now. I'm gonna put it out there. Okay, you two.
Be like,
Okay, you two head off. The second they're out of sight, Jen turns to look at Mako and Oki. Right, I'm assuming one of you's gonna probably tell the truth. Not gonna be the firebender Mako. He's a piece of shit. So Oki.
One of us
What's
tells
this
the
about an old
truth,
man?
One of us
Do
always
we-
lies.
I never would have thought I would see the day where the Water Tribe and Fire Nation are teaming up against a member of the Earth Kingdom. Genuinely,
You didn't take us hostage.
I just wanted him. I don't care about you. Unless you're worth money. Are you worth money?
No,
No,
Well, then I don't care about
her family doesn't want her.
That's right.
They would like
That's
to
right.
pay you to go you away.
No, that's right. I remember that now. No. Okay. Very funny. Genuinely, I need to know this stuff because there are dangerous criminals out and about. There are other bounty hunters. This old man might not be as innocuous as you think. Could be someone trying to kidnap or kill Mako. You found him down in the tunnels. What if he's a member of the Dai Li? Come on,
You don't have to
I'm
worry
trying to
about
help,
that.
guys. I'm trying to help. Seriously.
Doubt it. He was.
He can't go in the
ancient.
sunlight. It's fine.
What do you mean he can't go in the sunlight? Is he a mole person?
He burns real quick.
Was he best friends with the moles, wasn't he? Or was he also avoiding them? I couldn't quite figure it
And neither
out.
could I, actually. He was really confusing about that statement. It's like
Honestly,
it's like it's been a week
Don't
since
you-
I heard it.
too, really. But Jen, it's the old man is so ancient you could sneeze on him and he would probably float away on the wind. More so if it was
So
our
far.
Earth. But, you know.
So he's an airbender.
No.
No.
I think he was Earth Nation. But you know, like when Earth gets really crumbly and dusty and you blow it and it just goes poof.
I'm familiar
so
with
it's like
dust,
that.
yes.
But anyway, what we actually did find out, tunnels. They're fucking everywhere. Did you know about that, Jen?
No? I mean, no, sorry. Yes, I know there are Badger Maul tunnels all over the Earth Kingdom. They go fucking everywhere. Did I know that there were specifically tunnels here? No. Did I know that there were tunnels maybe that could have got us under the river? No.
There's also ones that can get us into Ba Sing Se.
I'm sorry, what?
And probably like the Fire Nation and like the Earth, like Air Nation. Just saying.
How
The tunnels do go everywhere, not just.
far do these tunnels go?
Yeah, we don't know. He wasn't very like, he didn't say how far they went or like how to
What,
get
he just
there.
and he just
said-
wanders the tunnels. Who
Yeah, he
is
just-
this guy?
He did give us a warning.
He said don't
wander
go,
the tunnels,
don't
you'll
go in the
probably
tunnels.
get
or
lost.
Oh, he
you
said
will
don't
die."
go in the tunnels.
Or
Okay.
you will die. 'Cause
Oh,
apparently
die.
they like loop around and shit. I don't understand how tunnels work. Not my area of expertise.
Okay, if we were to go in the tunnels,
We'd run for this.
would we die
I'll teach you a
because
tunnel
of something that's down there, or would we die because we would get lost and starve to death?
Lost and stuff. Yeah.
No.
And maybe
Because
the,
if these are similar to the tunnels near Omashu, what's it called, the Lover's Cave or something like that, people go missing in that all the time. There's a song about it to prevent people going in to warn them.
What's the song?
I don't fucking know. It ends with they die or and die. It's the important bit. You hear from the distance, you hear from like the bushes over the side. She looks over and goes, "The fuck was that? What are those two doing?"
Being head back.
One of them's a nervous peer, so sometimes they sting to cover it up.
That's really
You'll never get
frustrating
through.
and annoying.
It's like they don't want to think about us listening into them, so they hide the fact that they're peeing so that we're not listening, but we're listening to them sing, so I'm really not sure. I don't know.
Out of game, I
Like,
love that
all
you've
the-
now just
there's all,
agreed
like,
with this
there's-
this plot, Bree, and you're just like, yeah, I'm embracing it now. I'm gonna assist
Well,
them.
there's all like moments where it's like the it's like and I bring it in the ground. Sorry.
Jen sort of like pauses and goes, "Has your Nvidia lost your face, Ali?"
What's it looking at?
Oh,
focus-
Korra distracted. Okay. The important one here.
Just wanted to focus on Doggo Cam. Yeah, just wants to focus on Doggo Cam. Yeah. So Jen looks sort of really confused. Goes, seriously, like, I don't understand. Like, I'm genuinely here to help. Like, I'm getting you back to your father.
Yeah, no, yeah. We don't know what's happening either. Oh, I also need to go on a spiritual journey.
What?
Haven't you already done like 2 of those?
I need to go on a third, apparently.
This is how you tell your parents you're doing LSD.
What was the
Look,
first
we
spiritual
don't-
journey?
I actually don't...
The fish,
The fish.
and then the whale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Okay,
Now,
and this
rather
spiritual
long-
journey takes you to your father and I get paid?
Yes?
No, that's not a question. That's a statement. This spiritual journey takes you to
Oh.
your father and I get
Oh.
paid.
Oh, I thought there was a question mark at the end of that. No, my
Nope.
bad.
No, otherwise I paralyze you and you don't walk. I carry you on the back of Layla.
Yeah, that seems fair, honestly.
We've discussed this.
Yeah.
Right.
Forgot
At this
about that
point,
bit.
Al and Rung, are you doing anything that we need to cover in the
I
meta of
assume
the show,
Alice
or
is
can we
asking
just?
Rung
Oh, okay,
about what happened,
okay.
and I assume Rung's just giving him a brief overview from in a Rung kind of way.
And then randomly in the
much.
middle of it, just
On
screaming
rocks.
and die. Just
Yeah,
randomly.
we come back humming and snacks.
Snacks. Yeah, I tell you, like I was saying the end I part when I'm like running away and I bravely run away as I see the fallen king of, and I'll just turn into a whole thing telling you about the king.
In opera.
without yelling that part out. But like sing it to you quietly. But so you know what's going on.
Yeah. So we just walk back with dumb smiles on our faces.
All done?
I don't want to ask.
Do a little shimmer. Yeah.
I don't care. Come on, let's move. I assume that you're all done if you're back at the group. You fucking idiots. Come on, let's go. Come on. I don't know how long the Daily are going to be distracted by the river. We've got to move. Come on.
Yep. Are we going to the Fire Nation camp? Is that where we're
Shurva,
going?
you've just knocked off my sword from the... Can you put that back on the saddle, please? I heard it fall and everything. Can you put it back on the saddle, please? Thank you. You just like clip the sword back on. Hey, I know I don't use it very often, but it's handy to have. Scares people away. Right, come on. Are we going or what? What's going on?
How far is it from here?
I don't know. A couple of hours? I don't know.
How long would it
Depends
be
where the
to see
encampment is.
tunnel?
The walls of Ba
Probably
Sing Se are
days.
fucking huge. Have you seen how big Ba Sing Se is?
No.
Okay, imagine the biggest city you can. I want you to really close your eyes. Everyone, close your eyes. Imagine the biggest city you can. Are you doing it?
I literally
Yeah.
see this.
Your imagination's shit. It's not big enough. It's bigger than that.
Oh, this is pretty big.
I guess. Do we just stop walking?
I'll start walking the wrong way.
Jen just kicks. Jen does not care. She knows you're not worth money. Does not give a shit. Kicks Layla's sides. Shurva, you're on the back with Jen, so you just immediately start taking off on the back of Layla. Jen turns around and gives the Shirshu a bit of a nudge, and the tongue sort of flicks out in your direction, Mako, before going back in.
I'm coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
I was worried you weren't going to walk fast enough, so I just thought I'd
No,
give you a bit of motivation.
I'm right here. Don't worry about it.
Might need a
Middle
bit.
management motivation style speech.
I'm good.
Okay, and you guys continue walking along. The pathway through the forest leads you towards the edge of clearly land that has been worked. The forest begins thinning out, and more you can start to see tree stumps, cleared land, areas where the earth has clearly been worked and furrowed and dug up. And eventually the tree line breaks completely, and you come across an area of grassland almost stretching out in front of you. And as you come through this break in the trees, the walls of Ba Sing Se stand before you. There's a moment where you don't quite believe what you're looking at. You sort of keep having to crane up and up, and these are still miles away, but you can see them. Almost the curvature of the horizon reflected on the width of these walls. They are so wide and so long, stretching from left to right across your field of vision. So you have to turn your head. You can't keep all of the wall in sight at any one time. You have to turn your head to look at it. Sort of catching your expressions and stunned looks, Jen nods and goes, "See, fucking told you." And nudges Layla a bit more aggressively, so Layla picks up the pace a bit more. As you come over the crest of a small hill after another sort of 30-40 minutes of walking, you can see down below you, finally, a bit of a laid out valley where the grassland ends and it becomes a rocky stone, almost like a rocky stone plainland area as the grass sort of gives way just to this bare rock. And far in the distance, minuscule against the size of the wall, you can see numerous tents, red design and a large flag flying above them. But in the shadow of the walls of Ba Sing Se, this Fire Nation encampment looks tiny. Almost an afterthought. Jen sort of looks over and goes,
Nation know they're there.
what was that, sorry?
Do you reckon the Earth Nation know they're there? I mean, I assume they would.
Yeah, I assume they do. I really feel like this wasn't thought out well on the Fire Nation side, but you know what? We'll keep going. Looking at it, kind of disappointed.
Jen sort of nudges you guys along and begins heading off towards the encampment. As you guys are walking along, it's sort of been sort of friendly conversation, but polite, quiet. Yes.
Can I ask Jen a quick question?
Of course you can.
Jen, just this might be a weird question. I'm just really curious. when you caught up with us and Shurva was with us.
Yeah.
Well, when was the last time you saw Shurva before that?
Oh, when the rock exploded, Shurva had been with me, and then one second she's there, next second she's gone. I assume she must have spotted Mako and run off after him. And then when I found Shurva with you guys, I figured that's what had happened. Isn't that what happened?
Huh. So you took like 2 hours to find us, and Shurva was on foot?
Well, yeah. I assume she... I mean, look,
Right?
Layla's great, but I mean, I didn't go straight after you for a little bit. There was debris and dust in the air. Layla's sense of smell wasn't exact. It took me a little bit of a time to catch Shurva's scent. And I was heading in the wrong direction for a little bit of it. I just assumed that she'd spotted Mako setting off the explosion, no doubt. Fucking deviant. And then, yeah, tracked her down after that when the dust had settled enough that Layla's nose was working again.
Huh. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to know. Thanks for that.
Is that not what happened?
No, it is.
I guess it is. Yeah.
She looks really confused, like this is an area of like vagueness. It's like, yeah, must have been what happened. Like, why are you dodging this? What are you talking about? Okay, great.
Cool. Thanks. Cool. Yeah, that was.
So I know the original plan was to send someone in ahead and try and sort of locate Marco's dad and bring him out. Is that still what we want to do? Do we want to keep the rest of you lot back and then send Shurva in or send myself in and I'll go fetch Marco's father?
Can whoever's going in get snacks as well on the way back?
Snacks?
Yeah.
Easy.
What-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Easy
sort of snacks are you after?
Anything vegetarian?
I might be able to get some flaming fire flakes, maybe.
Cool. I'm happy with that. Snacks is good. Yep.
Yeah. What makes them flaming?
So does that mean you think you're going in? Is that what we're doing, Jen?
Oh, me or Shurva, whoever. I don't trust you lot.
That is fair.
Yep.
Why not? Why don't you trust us?
Because every opportunity you get, you run into danger headlong. I think there's something wrong with you, something like fundamentally broken in your brain.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
That months ago.
Or are we
Yeah.
the only normal people?
I don't think normal people
No.
run into trouble this often.
No.
No.
Normal
yeah,
people
you're
answer
right.
fucking questions that they're asked, Al.
What question have I not answered?
I know you're not being... I know
Jen.
there's something going on. I'm not a fucking idiot. I know the four
But
of you
doesn't-
know something I don't. And as
Doesn't
long as I
every
get
question
paid...
have its answer?
Yeah.
Built
As
into
long
it
as
a look at
as long
how-
as I get paid, I don't care what secrets you keep from me. Don't need to know. Unless I do need to know, and you're about to fuck me over with this. In which case, I'm going to hunt you down, each and every one of you. I just want you to know that.
Honestly,
Between friends.
We've told you everything that's believable because you'd think we're crazy otherwise. But the most important thing is that the Fire Nation and the maps and the stuff that we discussed, like, I was the one who said that we should tell you, so we did.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, bye. And I'll like move to the other side of the group and just stands there.
The answers come from within. You're right, Al. Very poignant. See, that's a bit of airbender wisdom you just got there.
I'm very grateful for it. Thanks. Look, as long as you lot aren't fucking spies or something like that, as long as there's no way I'm going to get wrecked by this, it's okay. Keep your secrets to yourself. I just want to get paid. And hopefully recruit Shurva. Look, let's be honest. You guys do not deserve her.
Well, you offered me a recruitment thing a while ago. Did that change?
Yeah, when you asked for permission to go to the bathroom and then started singing while doing it. That was the real kicker.
I didn't ask for permission. You were asking about the wink, and I was being honest and answering questions and telling you.
Yeah, but if you need to signal that you need to go to the bathroom, aren't you asking for permission by signaling? Otherwise, you just fucking go.
No, it's just so we know where each other are at all times. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a normal thing adults do.
I see Rung as some sort of big brother / guardian, so...
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to send Jen in, or do we want to?
Yeah, send Jen in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Layla would be able to catch us if we were to run away.
Honestly,
Oh, I
it's
know.
probably faster for you to go in with Layla.
Oh no, Layla's staying next to Mako, with strict instructions that if he moves more than a meter away from her, she paralyzes him.
I like
That's
that.
also fair.
And then anyone who comes close to him after that. How's that sound? Sound fair?
That sounds pretty good.
Great. All right. Well, tell you what, let's head up at this next batch of rocks up in front so you guys can dismount. I'll let you off, Shurva. You guys hang out here. I'll go fetch your father. What am I telling him to have evidence of bringing you back? What's the proof that you're alive and I brought you, if I'm not bringing you in with me? I doubt an ambassador of the Fire Nation's just going to fucking walk out into the wilderness with a bounty hunter.
I unclip
You
my
okay,
sword
Layla? Oh.
and pass her my sword.
Yeah, that'll do nicely. Great. Thanks for that. She
No problem.
straps
I
it
want it
around her
back.
waist. What was that?
I want it back.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. What was that?
Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
No, you can have it back. I'm not a fucking thief. I'm not stealing your sword. You can have it back. Yeah, she leads you up over behind a large outcropping of rocks that seem to have been maybe the previous site of an earthbending fight or some sort of duel, and the resulting sort of combat has pushed this section of rocky outcropping straight up in a pillar, with a number of smaller pillars around it that have collapsed and crumbled. She sort of sits you guys up. Shurva, you dismount off the back of Layla. She gets you guys all set up and then goes, right, okay, I'll probably be like 20-30 minutes. I know it's stupid asking you not to get into trouble, but fuck, I sometimes just like to hear the echo that comes out when I speak. All right, see you guys in a minute.
We'll do our best.
Could you do my best not to get in trouble? Your best isn't quite good enough.
I promise you, I'll take a nap.
Has he gotten into trouble napping, Shurva?
Honestly, no.
Yes.
Not yet.
I
I
did
think that's
fall
the
in
one
hole.
time that he
I
hasn't
did fall in the hole
actually.
napping. Just saying.
Throw enough darts at a dartboard.
Yeah.
Should I just paralyze him to be safe?
No, please no.
I'll keep an eye on them, make sure they don't get in any trouble.
Thanks, Shurva. All right, be back in a minute. And with that, Jen takes off, jumping off Layla, whispering something in Layla's ear. Layla then sits down, staring at Mako, growling occasionally. Every time Mako moves, Layla the Sheer, she goes, just right in his ear, just growls really menacingly. Yeah, Jen starts off at a sort of a briskish jog to maintain energy and begins heading off towards the camp. All right,
I meant to nap.
you've got 20 to 25 minutes. What are you doing?
Hey, Run. Is there a tunnel underneath us?
Okay, sure.
Ooh.
This is what happened.
While you tell the story, I'm gonna feel for tunnels beneath us.
Yeah, I was
we met-
gonna fly up and scout and just keep an eye out. Like
We met a
covertly
dude.
scout.
I was going to
Cold.
fly up in the air.
No, not up in the air, but like up into a tree
I
and
see.
just like get a
I-
good view.
No trees, that you are now at this vast expanse of just plains. There's no grass, there's no living things, it's just rock. Occasional
Maybe it's not a
patches
good
of
idea to-
sparse grass, I would say. But yeah,
They were the people we looking for airbenders. Is it cool for airbender to be around here just quickly? Like, won't be an issue if you're seen flying around.
well, that's a really good question. You tell me. What do you think? Do you think it's cool for airbenders just to be chilling out around here?
If there's no trees and there's no tall rocks, it's just flat rock.
There are, like, tall enough to climb to make it worthwhile, not really tall enough to be hiding behind while flying.
Okay, well, I go on the tallest rock and keep a perch and a lookout, and then do some meditating.
You're still wearing sandbender
Still wearing the
outfit, right?
sandbending
So you would
outfit,
kind of
yeah.
camouflage quite well.
Yep, I am the rock.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. So do you want to assess the situation for me?
I would like to. Yeah, there it is.
Roll with creativity.
Yes, I am not creative.
Hi.
Only one creative. Yeah, that's an 11.
11 full success. You can ask 2 questions. What would you like to know?
Apart from the Fire Nation and Busing Say, are there anyone that I can see watching us or around, or any motion from humans?
Up on top of the walls of Ba Sing Se, high above, you do see the occasional glimpse of movement. You suspect the walls are manned, that there are people who are patrolling the top of the walls. Where you are currently in the shadow in front of the walls, you suspect you're probably going to be quite hard to spot.
Okay.
You think you'll be very tricky to locate. But no one else seems to be out and about. You can see that in the distance, far ahead of you, it looks like some sort of train track suspended above the ground leading to a large lake over towards your left that you suspect is the lake that you guys probably could have crossed and then taken the ferry. On the shores of the lake attached to this train station is a large squat building, probably the ferry station and train station. And you can see there are trains every sort of 10-15 minutes moving to and from this location fairly regularly. Being pushed by earthbenders, so they're just made of stone and earthbenders are just pushing them along. More like trams than trains, I should say. Streetcars for our American listeners.
Streetcars.
Streetcars.
Automobiles.
I love they called streetcars when normal cars.
So also streetcars, yeah, I know. There's so many things wrong with that. No.
My other question is there trouble anywhere that we can get into?
Ooh,
or
is there what would you do? What would you...
The answer is always yes.
What would you define as trouble?
Anything that would make Jen upset.
Anything that would make Jen upset. Okay.
There is a myriad of things.
Yeah, you think leaving this spot is going to be very effective at making Jen upset.
Okay.
I would say that's the biggest thing. Trying to climb the walls of Ba Sing Se, you think is probably going to get you into trouble. You think trying to tunnel through the walls of Ba Sing Se, again, probably going to get you into trouble. You think fucking around...
No trouble that's looking for us, mainly if I was looking for trouble. But I'm not looking for trouble, I'm keeping an eye out for trouble.
Okay, there are a myriad of ways that you can get into trouble by doing active things. If you stay passive and don't do anything, you suspect that you're going to be okay.
Okay, I'll just continue meditating. Cool.
Okay. Cool. Let's go to Mako. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm explaining to Shurva about Ruler and how he was the ex-emperor of the Earth Nation.
Your suspicion is that he was the previous Earth King, who you now know to have been... Okay. You don't know this, but your suspicion was he denied it when you put it to him in a straight question. But I think you guys are you're convinced. I think the three of you were very convinced.
I'm sold on it.
Yeah, despite severe lack of evidence and the person denying it, you've decided that this guy must be the previous Earth King.
He must be.
Who you would know from your father, died fairly recently, not too long before Avatar Roku. He'd gotten old. He'd already abdicated a little bit of his power to his daughter, who is Hukue, the current Earth Queen. And you know that previously before that, she had been in charge of security, military, and the Daily policing. You know that's...
maybe the ex-emperor. But he was an emperor, we believe, at some point in time. He also was in a group that maintained balance in all nations, I think. We don't know.
Yeah, Oki's holding a... Oki was given a strange white circular tile, wood tile painted and lacquered white with the symbol of a lotus on it that anyone who, I'd say probably Mako would recognize as being from Pai Sho. Shurva, you'd recognize it as being from Pai Sho, the backgrounds that you're from.
Yeah.
I'd actually say even Aal would probably recognize Pai Sho from the Monks. That'd be a game that the air nomads frequently play to distract themselves. Rung, there's no way you know about Pai Sho coming from a coal mining town.
I know about a pie show.
Yeah, but not Pai Sho, the game. And Oki, I'd say that it'd be a bit of a stretch for you to know about it. There'd have to be something specific in your backstory to bring it, but otherwise I'd say you probably don't recognize this. But you were the one who was handed to, the Pai Sho tile.
Yeah, that's because she was the only one he trusted for some reason. Yep. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on that, honestly. Then, like, he was also a spirit, so, like, only we could see him because we were there when the wish happened. So only people who were there when the wish happened can see spirits now. And I mean everyone who saw the whale.
How do you know that you guys are the only ones who could see him?
Because he told us.
So there was no one else around to corroborate that story.
Well, the fact that he's a spirit and that he disappeared in light, and the fact that he's how old?
But there was no one else who couldn't see him because there was no one else there to prove that they couldn't see him.
But
Well,
we
then-
could all see him. So it'd be weird if we all three of us seen him.
He also like sort of phased through
Did you
things.
not all three of you see the whale?
Yeah.
So that proves
in the whale.
very little.
You know what? Now that we think about it, you're raising good
What?
points.
What makes you think that he's an Earth King?
I put my hand through him, and he seemed rather kingly. So
His name was Ruler. It was really like a play on words, and like he didn't actually do his
R-U-L-A.
proper-
Why would his name have anything to do with his
Oh, and the fact that
potentially being in the monarchy?
and the fact that he knew the layout of the underground temple and castle.
That's a thing.
How
That's a
old
thing
is he?
kings would know.
How old is he?
He was very old.
So he couldn't have just learned that by being there for a long time.
Well, we
By
don't
just
know.
being old.
Like, if he's been wandering down around there for about 100 years, would you not think that he would know the lay of the land that he is living in?
Nah.
Why does that mean he's an Earth King?
To give a summary to this, because I feel like there's a bit behind the story of this. I put my hand through the person in his ghostly visage. He talked very ominously and wise, and knew a lot about the lineage and the history of everything here. So this person's been around for a very long time and knew everything about from when we had the limited questions we asked.
Oh, he also said
Kind
the
of
world
about
might fall
the
apart.
Histories. Yeah.
He said what?
And
What?
kind of what we did was absolutely hot garbage, and we're all going to die if we don't get this man to 4 different places across the earth right now.
Yeah, okay. So there's 2 outcomes for this. If we wait a week, no, until the next full moon, then my wish stays true. And when that happens, hot garbage happens. Apparently. Maybe. Hypothetically. Maybe.
Possibly. Could find out.
But if I die between that, my wish gets reverted.
That's a quick one. That's a quick answer to the
That's
problem.
the quick answer. Or I go see 4 spirits or something and something happens.
Yeah, so the spirits are probably mad at us. Like,
Oh yeah,
really.
they want to kill us. They want to kill me.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't like wishes.
I didn't see this happening. I didn't hear about this before making the wish. I feel jibbed.
I'm surprised that this
What did you
didn't
think
tell
would
you.
happen when you changed the entire state of the world that we live in?
When you literally reverse time to your
was
own selfish ends.
So
I mean,
much that you changed.
I also
Look.
I think I described the whale fairly ominously. Like the ground shakes, and you watch as the top of the
Look,
rock
hang on.
blasts open. This vast spirit emerging, the clouds covering the sky as the sky turns black, and you're like, yeah,
I've
this sounds
only
legit.
heard
I'm in
good-
for this.
I've only heard good things from this. I never heard anything bad about this.
I was like, I had this
Now I've got a
energy
question. I've got a question,
the other
Andrew.
direction.
This is now a question
Oh, yeah,
for you.
I didn't hear about anyone making a wish.
Do you wonder why that might be? What do you think happens to the people?
That wasn't my concern at that point. That was not my concern.
Is it
you're
weird that you
right,
didn't have any
right.
first-hand accounts and that this whole thing about the wish, like, well, not everyone was trying to go for this? Like, that's crazy getting a wish. Surely everyone would want this. But
Surely,
yet,
but hey,
you've never heard of
You
anyone
wonder
getting
what
one
the
before.
thing was.
Look, my concern was fixing what I did. I fixed it, and now I have bigger problems.
And now you have to go fix the fixing.
So I was thinking if I made another wish. But then he said, don't do that. Otherwise, everything will actually really hate everything and murder everyone. Like, the fabric of the world will start falling apart, and, like, spirits will start eating people and shit.
Now you got to go to a mall and play a pie show and say, "We're sorry." Each one.
So because your characters only experienced this an hour or two ago, would you like me to fill in some of the gaps you've missed?
Yes, please.
Because your characters would know this. It's not like it's not been long enough that your characters would forget this. You know specifically that the dangers the old man spoke about, the dangers Ruler warned you about with the wish, were because you made a wish that involved changing the past, changing time. That's where the problem has occurred, because only this material plane was affected by that wish, not the spirit wilds. So now they are out of sync. The two the spirit wilds and the material plane are no longer synchronized. And that's where the issue is coming from. So the two worlds are rubbing against each other, causing this friction, essentially. The time limit to the new moon is because that's how long it takes for the cycles to finish and complete and start again. And by that point, there's going to have been so much friction, shall we say, whatever the spiritual equivalent of friction is, because you didn't ask any follow-up questions about this, so you don't know. The spiritual equivalent of friction will have reached a point where the barriers start to break down between the spirit wilds and the material plane, where you guys are now, the world.
Would that really be such a bad thing? I mean, it'd be kind of cool.
Ooh, the spirit pets. Everyone can get a wish.
They like new pets.
Everyone can get a wish? What can go wrong?
Not every spirit
really
grants
has
wishes. Only this one whale spirit. It's ocean spirit.
So, did you guys find a way for us to be able to fix the synchronization issue without Mako dying?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Pie show. Something
We
like
need
that.
to go
Going
to.
Where does Pie Show come into any of this?
Yeah, that's a
I have
different
this
thing.
tile.
We don't know. He just said you'll know when it happens, and we're like, okay.
So
I know
some
this
random
feels
old man
crazier
who
and
probably
crazier.
plays Pie Show handed you a Pie Show tile. Whoa!
Yeah, it was
But
really
it's a
weird.
White Lotus tile. Apparently that means something.
Apparently, yeah. I have to go to 4 locations in like each of the kingdoms and say sorry to things to make them happy.
You have to physically be there. There's no way for us to do that from, say,
No.
here.
Nope.
That's why you can wish for it.
We
We
could
can't
wish
call
for it.
the spirits to us.
So Mako would remember that it's the locations are important
Yeah, I have to go to 4 locations.
more than what's there. If that makes sense. It's the geographical positioning that is more important than what's at the location.
Okay. Do we have a
Mako
map?
would remember that. I know Andrew
do we
doesn't,
have
but
a
Mako
map?
would.
Do we have a
no.
world map?
You,
that
Mako,
shows
you
where
know
these
that
places are?
when you change time, you no longer have your map anymore.
Yeah, no, map gone.
Okay, so first things first, we get our hands on a map. We mark down the locations we need to go to, and we make a plan
See,
from there.
that would be useful.
You were also told one more piece of advice to get
Rung
started.
said to me that there was a map in the North Water tribe that might have these locations marked out.
Yes.
Wait, so you guys don't actually know you
No.
don't know the locations?
Nope.
Hopefully, one of the
So-
locations is in the North
And
Water tribe.
and
so
and
then we'll
Mako,
get
I
the
would add,
map.
Mako doesn't know what to do when he gets there either. So the instructions were, you're going
Let's
to
make
need to
him
talk
happy.
to someone who knows more about the spirits. The Northern Water Tribe is a good place to start.
Okay, so to get this straight, you met an old man who you confirmed is a spirit because your hand went through him and something to do with light.
Okay.
You don't
okay.
actually know
Now,
who he
hear-
was.
yeah, hear me out
you don't
the
actually
reason
know
I-
how old he was.
Now, hear me out
You
the reason
have-
I want to do this. Would you rather do that or deal with the war that's about to happen?
Okay, I'm getting to
The,
that.
the wall was
I'll
gonna
kill Mako.
So basically, this old spirit told you everything's out of sync because, surprise, spoiler, Mako fucked up. We knew that. And we now have 1 week to not only 2 weeks,
Just over 2 weeks. Yeah.
somewhat better. We have 2 weeks to not only find out the locations that Mako is supposed to go to, find out what he's supposed to do when he gets there, but also to physically get there in potentially 4 different corners of the world. Otherwise, Mako's gonna die.
Oh, no, I'm not going to
Or,
die.
sorry, no.
Reality
Or we
just-
can kill Mako.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah. That's
But if we don't do either of those things, the world is crap.
Well, I guess at the end of the weekend, a day or a week, we only like 1 day off. If we haven't succeeded, I guess we're just gonna have to kill Mako.
The other
And
important
somewhere
thing.
amongst all of this, Pie Show is important.
Yes.
The other the other important thing you remember is the reason this is so bad is because there is currently no avatar. You know that normally the avatar would be able to be the bridge between worlds, but there is no avatar. Avatar Roku is dead, and the new avatar has only just been born. That's why this is so bad. The timing is the issue.
We are the avatar.
No, we're not.
We're like the Power Rangers.
We have literally no
Let's calm
link
down.
to the spirit world.
Hi.
No, you saw a fish. Okay? I would not call you a link to the spirit world. You saw a fish, you made a wish, you fucked up.
I just had like the image of like Ruler being like the old man from Family Guy, but in like the Star Wars episodes where he's like Han Solo or Obi-Wan or something. He's like, here's this little parachute house. He gives it to you. Creepy old man.
See you need some parachute towels. I'll help you on your way. You'll be safer with these. These will keep you safe.
I'm really hoping that is what this guy was like. He didn't touch any of you.
So,
It's like,
sexy
I don't
little
trust
fish.
this man.
Mm.
Brother Tips.
So, yeah, no, you summed it up pretty well.
You
You hit all the nails on the head.
Maybe I should change this
So, you down
episode
for
to
an
You Done
adventure?
Goofed.
You down for an adventure?
you couldn't have gotten any more information about any of this.
Well, then you guys showed up.
It was our beach episode. Come on.
Yeah, we had a beach episode. It was the whole.
Little fan service.
No. Don't worry. I have actually written the beach episode, and I know exactly where it's going to fall. Don't worry. I've got that covered. Yeah. I've written it.
I
It's all ready to go.
After we check in with Marco's dad, we could be like,
Peace.
yeah, and go to the Northern Air Temple.
Okay,
Sorry, the
we
Northern
might-
Water Tribe.
We might actually be able to explain the situation to him, and he might let us go.
So what lie are you saying? Like, let's just get it all like so we all know the same lie.
I think we should tell him the truth.
That he's not meant to be
You
alive.
believe us?
Yeah. He's
That-
quite a spiritual man deep down.
That I've committed war crimes.
No. I think we need to tell him about the wish that you made, the issues with the Dai Li, so that, you know, we can keep him busy here doing war crimes, so that we can leave. But we need to let him know that it's paramount that we go and that we don't take a fleet of soldiers with us.
That could be useful though.
Because this is your problem to solve. I'm just
Well, it would
lucky
make
enough
sense.
to come along.
You're not getting
Aw.
into the Northern Water Tribe with the army of Fire Nation shoulders.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, they
It's
can't-
bad enough
anything.
they've shown up here.
The gates.
Well,
We can just burn 'em down.
What I thought we could suggest is, yeah, if we head north from Ba Sing Se, we could get to the Northern Air Temple, and maybe I could talk to some of the monks there and get us a flying bison, and we could take
Ooh.
that to the North Water Tribe. Because I don't see us getting there by boat, because we're not really experienced sailors other than Oki.
Would the water tribe allow in a bison?
I mean, we can
See, why not?
park him in the shore and walk him.
Like, no, I'm just considering the way that the nations probably interact with each other. So,
I mean, it's
given
definitely
everything that's
safer than the Fire Nation.
yeah,
Oh,
We could be
given
touching the
everything
fact
that's
that we're
currently
okay with them
happened-
starting a war, by the way. We're just like, hey, don't mind us. Just do your war thing for a bit, by
Hey.
the way.
Look,
knock down
what's
these
going to
big
happen
old
no matter what we
walls.
do? We just need to fix this.
What
so
am I gonna
that
do? Huh? What am I gonna do? to
Hopefully, we
stop
can
that?
fix the wall later.
Most nations are pretty welcoming to their nomads. They call us. I don't know why they call us. They call us Swiss. I don't understand, but we don't usually get involved with
Swish.
wars and stuff. So yeah. Something like yeah. So we probably won't get shot up from here. Oh, no, they call us Swiss. Like
Yes.
I don't know. I don't understand. Like they say we're
Oh.
like Switzerland, but I don't understand.
Yeah.
It must mean that they're holy.
That's all
Cowardly
that Nazi
fences,
gold
yeah.
you have.
Yeah, because we don't get involved in wars, so yeah, we're usually pretty welcome in most countries.
There's
Okay,
lots
well
of
that's fine.
mountains.
If we can,
You would
pretty
also
much
remember that-
disguise ourselves as air nomads.
You would also remember that air nomads spent much of the time prior to Avatar Roku and Avatar Kyoshi in their history, very like far back in their roots. They did travel around a lot more and were involved in like humanitarian efforts amongst the four nations. And over time, they've become a bit more insular to become the sort of much more insular monks they are today. But they used to be much more nomadic and much more. I mean, that's where the air nomads came from. And the temples were just where they congregated to meet up.
This is very
Effectively, we made ourselves an easy target. But yeah.
We're all just sitting there,
No
just one
comment.
spot, just one catapult.
Just one missile.
Okay,
So,
well, I
yeah.
think that's a good plan. The tricky part is going to be getting out of here right now.
And then climbing the mountains to the Northern Air Temple. It's very high up.
That's
That
fine.
will also be a problem.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
We need to either leave now and try to shake Jen, or we need to speak to Mako's father. And I think the easiest option there is to speak to Mako's
Do you
father.
think it is to take out this Sandshrew?
Jen is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrified of this woman.
How much English can Layla understand? Is she like growling at him yet?
Anytime Mako moves, Layla growls at him. The Shishu growls. Anytime he
I'm
moves.
imagining her just like her snout's like here. And she's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
blowing
yeah.
puffs of
She's-
air into his face.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Every
if we
time
have
Mako sort of goes to like shift his body, she just growls menacingly, and the tongue starts to come out until he goes still again, and then the tongue comes back in again.
But so
And
how
he's just, like, doing
how
little
bi- how
Just
do
the
you think we-
saliva's numbing your face.
do you think we
Yeah.
could kill an oversized rodent looking at like the not like the Sandshrew that's like right there?
I really don't think we need Jen as an enemy.
Fair.
Agreed.
So I guess
That's
we're
actually
rounding
probably.
up this talk.
Oh no, sorry. Go. Yeah.
I mean, she gets a reward if your
Same.
dad just sees you, right? And then we just tell your dad,
She
hey.
gets her reward as long as he has been returned. So
I'm returned.
he's here. The father just needs to see him and then give us permission to go.
Just needs to present himself to the Father Lord, and then we're good to go.
Wait, what? Hang on a second.
Wait, what?
So start undoing your pants.
What?
Present
What?
yourself. Never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just not where my
I
mind
actually
went.
have weird customs,
Sorry,
guys.
it's kids show. It's kids show.
Is that why you have a whip?
Well done, Dave. Well done. But I would believe
Okay,
Al
very
would say
good
that.
return.
I would genuinely believe Al would say that, but innocently, not understanding that.
I was in
That's good, well
character.
That was good. It's
when I actually
perfect.
sit on the
As Al says, is that why you have a whip? From around the corner emerges Jen, 6 Fire Nation soldiers, and behind them, Mako's father, Ambassador Amaral Bao, emerging from around the corner. Amaral Bao. It's his late tune.
I immediately stand
You're
up
welcome,
at attention.
Mako.
Yeah, you immediately stand up to attention. Jen calls out and goes, "You need your whip for what? Oh, by the way, here's your son." Points to Mako sitting on the ground with like the sheer shoe looming over him. Mako, as soon as the soldiers come around the corner, they immediately take up defensive positions around the ring, watching everybody else. But your father sort of pauses when he sees you kind of waving a bit awkwardly, and then you watch as a tear comes out of his eye, and he runs forward and wraps you up in a big bear hug.
there's a tear out of my eye.
Yeah,
What
he
does
he
Layla
like
do?
holds you in this massive hug and goes, "Mako, where have you been? What happened? Where have you been?"
It's a very long story. Shurva said she'll explain it all.
He
Walkabout.
Ambassador Bao looks over towards you, Shurva. "Thank you. You have done this family such a great service. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm just doing my job, sir.
And it does you credit, soldier."
Oh, and these three they're cool people. They helped me. They didn't like let me die, sort of thing.
He stands
Mako
very
said
straight.
we're going to get paid to help him.
No, that's definitely not what I said.
You said we'll have more snacks than we could dream of. Isn't that right, Alex? You said that, right?
Ambassador Bao sort of stands very stiffly and looks each of you in the eye, bows deeply to each one of you. "Thank you. Thank you for bringing my son back to me alive. I cannot thank you enough. Yes, anything I can get you that's within my power. Food, drinks, refreshments, please. Come with me back to the camp. We have much to discuss."
Show some respect. Actually, bow back
We
to him
would
and
actually
jump
like
on
to
the back.
discuss something with you before we go back to camp.
"Oh, Yes, of course. Yes.
Can Mako and I speak to you in private?
Yes, of course. Of course. Excuse me, he says to the three of you, Rung, Oki, and Al. Still be very polite, because in his eyes you've saved his son.
Layla's still there.
Layla's sort of standing there, like, just nodding, chatting to one of the Fire Nation soldiers, kind of flirting a bit with this rather attractive-looking, younger Fire Nation soldier.
Layla?
Layla?
Layla sort of turns around and goes,
The sand
"What?
Oh, the sentence.
The sheer shrew? Yeah? What a... Oh, Layla, sorry. Jen's the... Sorry, I'm having a moment.
The sheer is just floating.
Wait.
That's canon. No. Here's what happens. No. I stand by this. One of the Fire Nation soldiers who's come in has some sort of like food or something in his bag, and Layla is like getting all up in his grill, like trying to sniff it. He's just like standing to attention, really uncomfortable. Jen, who's a bit distracted, looking at a different Fire Nation soldier, sort of turns around and goes, "Oh, sorry about that. Just give her the food. She'll fuck off." This was sent by my mother. I was saving this for her. Yeah, just give her the fucking food, mate. She'll bite your face off otherwise. What do you want? Special food from your mum or your face? Make a decision. I pick my face. Hands over his bag, and Layla tears it apart, eating the food from within. Mako, Layla is no longer on you right now. The Shishu is no longer paying attention to you right now.
Layla's hitting on what's the name? It's just like that duck deer we had.
The duck
just
deer.
that face. Duck deers I had.
If we rewind back when the duck deer were riding alongside, when you were riding the duck deer alongside, like Layla sort of turns around and sees one of the duck deer and goes like, "Oh, hi. Hey there. Hi, do you come here often?" "Yeah, this is my forest. I frolic through here quite a bit." "Oh, that's really interesting. Hey, are you doing much later?" "Yeah, I was gonna like quack at some people." "Oh, okay. Sounds like fun." "Yeah, cool. It's pretty cool." "Okay." And then that's the entire like romantic relationship between the Shearsher and the duck deer.
The fact that you thought of that.
I hope they're happy.
Are you not impressed with the fact that I can improvise that on the spot? Like no hesitation at all? Come on, that's got to be worth some points.
Disturbed.
That
That should mention other points.
Yeah, I'm going to quack at some people later. Oh, okay. Cool.
New channel point reward. Choose 2 random beasts to have a relationship voiced by Owen.
Don't know if I'm comfortable rewarding people with that.
I want to attract the wrong crowd.
Yeah. I feel like it's encouraging things I don't want to encourage. No, sorry. So
Are they angry? No. Oh, that's what.
Oh, Fury, nice, yeah. Furies is like, I was thinking like initially, because you said Furies, I was like, oh, like the Greek myths, the winged bird women who like torment people who've sinned. And then I was like, no, it's the other one. It's the people who've sinned you're talking about. So, thank you. Jen sort of realizing that Mako, Shurva, and Ambassador Bao sort of walking off their own, like looks sort of panicked for a second. Goes like, getting paid, right? Ambassador Bao, oh yes, sorry, of course, Jen, please. Rushes over, pulls out from his one of his sort of suit pockets. I should say, sorry, Ambassador Bao, because it's only Mako and Shurva have seen him before. For the rest of you haven't actually seen him, I should describe him to you. Very similar to Mako, very tall, very thin, grey sort of like streaks of hair through his temples. Looks to be sort of like late 40s, early 50s. Much more tired than probably Mako and Shurva remember. Big bags under his eyes, dark rings, looking very tired and haggard, but dressed very finely, very sharp, fancy suit. But still, like, as this is Fire Nation 100 years ago from Avatar the Last Airbender, it has like slight like shoulder pads coming off it on the suit because it's Fire Nation and it's what they did at that time. And the shoes are a bit pointy too. But yeah, he reaches in, pulls out a very full sounding coin purse and passes it over to Jen. And Jen's like, thank you very much. Remember, if there's any more people you want me to hunt down, paralyze and bring back tied up hog-like on the back of my shishu, you know who to call. Yes, if I ever require your services, I will be in touch. Thank you for returning my son, unparalyzed and hog-tied. Yeah, it was a close thing. He was a bit of a shit, but we got him back okay.
He was both those things
Thanks,
at some point during the journey.
Jen.
Yeah.
I nudge one of the guards, like, you got any stepmums? No, just like no.
The guards look at you.
Mothers-in-law, that's it. Mothers-in-law, that's what I'm looking for, not stepmoms.
One of the guards. No, but you don't say that. You said stems. One of the guards looks at you and goes like, "No, what are you talking about? What's going on?"
Oh, sorry, no. I meant, the mothers-in-law, they're similar, but not. Kind of stupid. I'll admit that.
One of the female guards goes, I really like my mother-in-law. She's lovely. She's wonderful. She's fantastic. She's taught me most of her recipes. She got me this job. I never would have been as proficient with the spear if she hadn't spent hours tutoring me.
Wow, well, you got a good one. It's very, very rare.
Sir, please sit down and refrain from speaking again.
Yeah,
I have to remember that
mother-in-law right now. My mother-in-law.
Shurva, Mako, and Ambassador Bao. You guys walk over around the corner of some rocks so that you have a little bit of privacy. I'll type. I wasn't sure I couldn't remember if you'd actually given your father a first name yet. Andrew, I don't think you had you?
I don't think
you have? You have? What's his first? Oh, you haven't? Okay, that's fine, because I have. So here is his first name. Amaro Bao. Amaro sort of turns towards you both and goes, "Yes, please speak freely, Shurva, and obviously Mako. Report, please."
You look dead.
It's been a somewhat stressful time recently, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Pleased to see you're looking well and healthy and rested. It's more than I could have hoped for.
We have a very long story, but to summarize it, Mako screwed up and he has thrown the material world and the spiritual world out of sync. And we need him to fix it.
Just so you know, worth it. Totally worth it.
What?
No.
What?
Would do it again 100%.
I have a number of follow-up questions for both of you.
Ask your questions.
This is probably
it's gonna be the easiest way to explain everything.
Is this really the time for jokes? Seriously?
Oh, yeah, you think this
not
is a
joke.
joke? Oh, so I also know, like, the general, like how he has like a giant spirit weapon, and he had a giant spirit weapon in his boat that he's going to use on the walls. But don't worry about that. That's
You're sounding like Water Tribe talking about the spirits. The spirits aren't real. Obviously,
That's what
you know
I thought. Until I caught one, and I made a wish.
You made a wish.
Yeah, you died.
I think I would remember that.
No, you
Son.
wouldn't.
He didn't wish for you to die, just so that it's clear.
Yeah, you died, and I wished for you to come back to life. To undo something, and that consequently led to you being alive now, which I'm actually really grateful for.
So, to explain what he's trying to say, at the Beifong estate, when the attack happened, we were caught unaware. You, unfortunately, passed. We were all kidnapped by the Dai Li. And none of your memories past probably that last night that we spent together are actually what should have happened. Mako changed the past with his wish because he didn't want you to die. He wanted to undo some of the mistakes that led up to the general not knowing about the attack.
That's not possible. The attack on the compound was launched by the Dai Li. They attacked the Fire Nation soldiers.
In this event, yes. In the other one, no.
You're saying the Fire Nation attacked first?
Yeah.
It was the general's plan.
There was like a huge fire. Everything.
General Zhao was lucky enough to be to have a scheduled training exercise with some of his other soldiers.
Why would you have a training exercise?
It was just good
Why would
fortune.
you bring a training exercise to the Beifong estate where we were having peaceful talks? It was not supposed to be an exercise.
Oh, and just to make things clearer, could I always do this and I do the blue flames?
As you summon your hand, the flames are very lightly tickling blue. It's not full.
Oh.
Only the... Yep, sorry. You've not mastered it.
Oh. Come on.
Very lightly, sort of like occasionally very light sort of flickers of blue. Oh my word, that's remarkable.
It was better.
I've heard of this happening, only very rarely are firebenders born with the power to increase the heat of their flames. This is remarkable.
This all happened after I touched like
born
the
with
spirit
it.
fire, just so you're all aware.
You've both given me quite a lot to process.
Unfortunately, the part that you need to really process is that we need to get Mako to 4 individual locations within the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, the world will go into chaos and Mako will surely die.
Or I will die to prevent that from happening.
Do you have any evidence of General Zhao's treachery? This is starting a war. What you're saying is he's creating conflict.
He had maps of the walls of Ba Sing Se.
Yes, I remember you telling me the night you were
All
kidnapped.
those.
Yes.
Yep. He was trying to find the weak spots so we could sort of like punch a hole through and then like attack. You know, like a.
This spirit weapon you've mentioned. What is this? What is that? You did not mention that night when you disappeared.
There was this symbol in his office, and I crudely draw the symbol
I
on
pull out the blank piece of paper that's now in my pocket.
Yes.
Okay.
And I draw on that.
Yeah.
The symbol. Oh no, Shurva can draw it because she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Wait.
From a different timeline.
What?
I draw the symbol. So that night when Mako told you about the plans, I was supposed to have been there with him that entire time. I never lost him. And as a result, I got kidnapped with him. I have no memory of being asked to go find him or anything. You can ask me anything about that time period between when I found him in this timeline and when he disappeared. I know nothing. I have no idea of any conversations we had or anything like that because I'm not from this timeline. I'm not that Shurva.
Also, what are the Fire Nation doing at that giant magnet rock?
The Si Wong Rock.
Yeah, what are they doing there?
General Zhao had told me they were excavating. There was a scientific research. How do you know about that?
Oh, we went there. We saw it.
That's
where we
where
made
the wish was made.
That's where I made the wish. They're making like magnets about yay big. I don't know how big they are. I assume they're like that big.
We can see what's wrong with it.
That symbol
If you hear about
have.
an explosion that happened there, that was Mako.
Yes. Yeah, did you hear about that?
No, but last night, General Zhao received an urgent missive, and swore quite loudly and left the dining hall early.
That was us.
This symbol you've drawn, I have seen this before. There's a wooden artifact he has hanging in his tent. He said it was from an archaeological excavation.
It's a spirit weapon, apparently.
This is the
How would
weapon.
I have known about that?
I don't know. I don't know how you could have had access to his quarters.
I also went to like the giant library, spirit library.
The lost library of Wan Shitong, he
That's
who
the
knows
one.
10,000
Oh, yeah, me too.
things.
Yeah, we've all went in there actually. Like the 3 others that were with us, they're also winning.
He
They
turns
were-
back around,
actually-
like in the background.
A great point to make here is on the other timeline, I was at that library with them and I learned a new fighting technique that the Shurva of your timeline didn't. So I can demonstrate that for you.
I also sort of
It's the Kyushu
wanted-
warriors.
That's sorry, you learned how the fighters of Kyoshi, the warriors of Kyoshi fight.
Yep, I learned a fighting technique of the Kyushu
It's
warriors.
quite remarkable. The Kyoshi warriors are known as some of the fiercest fighters in all the kingdoms.
I also sort of had a lightning bend. Still need to practice it more. But
I'm
like,
sorry. What? How to?
You know, lightning bend. Like,
Yes,
sort of,
I-
like, I need to practice more. Like, it's very fundamental. I can't really do it, but like, I know the idea, and I just need to practice.
No, I am familiar. I know that Sozin's dragon hunters often use it to help take down dragons as a show of their strength, to claim the honorary title of dragon.
Yep, I've wanted that.
This is
also,
a lot to.
The
yes,
weapon,
sorry.
spirit weapon, is made out of a giant spirit turtle thing that used to be like the fundamental of all things. You know how it be.
I'm not sure I do know how it be.
Mako, can we stop with the excess information? We need him to let us leave ASAP.
True.
We've given him enough to think about. The main point of this is we need to leave with our friends, otherwise the world will crash and burn.
So, I just got you back. What do you need?
I will take care of him.
What do we need?
What do you need?
Food. Provisions.
We just need to get to the...
Snacks.
We need to get to the northern air nomadic tribe, first of all.
To the northern air temple.
Right, you know.
But we would prefer to do it without any soldiers or anyone else knowing about this.
We also, preferably, would like to stop the war that's about to happen.
It's not going to get to that, son. It's just...
Yeah, no, they did in the last one.
What?
So, like, in the last, like, sort of time frame where I'm from, it sort of did happen. So, like, I know it's gonna, it can happen. So, just... It's confusing.
Okay.
But...
I'm doing my best to diffuse tensions, and I've been somewhat successful. We've been speaking with the leader of the Dai Li. It turns out those Dai Li that kidnapped you weren't part of the Dai Li. They're a rogue group.
All the Dai Li are just bad.
What? No, Mako, please.
They're all just bad.
No, this was a rogue faction of Dai Li, the Stone Hands. It's a rogue faction. They're trying to usurp the Earth Queen. She and her Dai Li agents have been very, very helpful. No, I
We
do
don't
not
know enough about the Dai Li tensions to say for sure if they are all
Inside
bad
check.
or if there is just a few.
Okay. Assess the situation if you want to do an inside check.
Oh shit! Yeah, we need sleeping supplies.
I lost the towels. Damn it.
Who's doing the assess situation?
What is it?
Creativity.
You
Roll with
can do it.
creativity.
Okay.
I don't think he's very creative from memory.
I don't think he's very creative.
I'm also just like looking at my father, like, yes, you're alive. Thank God.
Let's go.
You're welcome.
Let's go.
12. Full success. What questions would you like to ask?
Mako, what questions?
What is your name? What is your mission?
Sir Lancelot of Camelot. What is your quest? To seek the Holy Grail.
How likely is...
No green. Ah!
How convinced does he look about this entire story we've told him?
About 60%.
Okay, that's more than I was...
He trusts both of you. You have only given him reasons to trust you. Mako does not have a reputation as being a liar. Shurva, you absolutely do not. But what you're saying is very hard to believe.
And what is the likelihood of him letting us leave?
About 50%. He is on the fence right now.
Random question. This is not relating to the excessive situation. I just want to ask a random question.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That was my 2 questions done.
Okay, cool. Father, do you know of a person named Pung?
Pung.
He wasn't at the...
It sounds like a bad smell.
He wasn't at the estate? Just need to get some...
Sorry, yes, no, I do, yes, I only know him by his full title. Sorry, I didn't know you were on such familiar terms with him.
Like a kid our age?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Nephew to the Earth Queen, yes.
Owen. Yeah, right.
Owen isn't doing okay.
Yes,
What
yes,
is
he
this?
he was
I
able
missed
to avoid capture. He was one of the targets. He was the main target, but he was able to avoid capture. He's currently with his aunt in Ba Sing Se. She's appointed him a new guard, and he's taken on a leadership position. I believe he's going to be what was the word? Overseer of Umashu, I believe. Yes.
What was he to the Earth Queen?
The nephew.
is that-
You're not there. The nephew.
Oh,
Nephew.
okay. Good.
If you were to put hypothetically,
Yes.
oh god,
So
if he was
We
the
changed the
reason
timeline.
we were all kidnapped was because of Pung, because we were with
Oh, he was one of the targets. Mako was undoubtedly another. I believe your three friends as well were also targets. The plan was to kidnap all of the children. Well, that's the question, isn't it? It looks like the plan was to start a conflict that would result in the Earth Queen losing her power, and so that whoever the leader of this rogue faction is, we don't know their name, whoever they are, can take power. We have suspicions that it's a member of the royal family who controls this rogue group of Dai Li.
It was
it's
No.
Pung all along.
Bad.
It was Agatha all along.
That Rick and Morty using
Um,
plays of pun. Like, man.
And I've taken the throne as I deserve. Yes. Bow before your new queen. Yes.
Okay, so he's still alive. Cool, good to know.
Yes. Say avoided capture. Yes. No. Nephew to the Earth Queen. Surely not Pung. I don't believe he's involved. A rather foolish.
Idiot, annoying voice.
This is going to be very political of me, but a bit of a brat from what I had heard of reports.
Yes.
person you'd want to throw to the sandworms.
Sorry, what?
I'm not here. Who's here? Oki in the background.
I would say at this point, kind of realizing who these people are to you, Mako, I think he would ask, so these people who are traveling with you, the two young gentlemen and the young lady, are they traveling on with you? Are they to be trusted?
Yes.
They have helped me keep Mako alive this far. I am happy to have them come along with us.
Okay. You three, please, over here. And he will invite the three of you over to join this secret conversation. So now it's just him talking away from the earshot of the guards. And the guard's like, did you want me to keep a look at? Yes, but just stay over there. Okay.
Rung happily
Guys,
gets away and
guys.
just like walks away from that like female guard that the almost awkward exchange
When they're all
coming.
When they're all
Did Jan get
Guys,
snacks?
Jen doesn't have snacks. Jen just has a bag of gold that she is
She said
sitting
she
in the
was gonna
corner
get
and
that.
like counting through, going, yes. She. You don't know if she has or not. You haven't asked her. Did you want to ask her?
I think while they were talking earlier.
Yeah. First
I'll
question
ask
you
them.
would have
Just
said.
like, yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah. She reaches behind, chucks you a small parcel, wrapped in sort of this red band of ribbon. There you go.
Al's been sharing it with Oki and Rung while we're up there. I
Yeah,
guess we come down
absolutely.
second.
As you open it up, it looks to be small red flakes, small red and black flakes, almost like a trail mix, but composed of these red and black flakes of what looks to be maybe some sort of like a roasted or toasted vegetable potentially.
Yep. No, cool.
As
Marco,
you
hey, Shurva,
eat some,
what's up? Yep.
as you eat some, Al, I need you to. Could I get you to push your luck, please? Yeah, Constitution saving throw. Could I get you to push your luck, please?
Should I use my advantage for this? No, that is a 6.
So your advantage is a +2.
My inspiration.
Yeah, so it's a +2. Rather than re-rolling, you get to add a +2. So it's the same as the help
I will
action.
take the 6. I will. Take
Oh, sorry,
the 6.
+1. Not
Okay,
a +2.
I'll take
Sorry,
the
it's
6.
+1. Take the 6. They are so hot. It is literally roasted chilies in a bag, and as you eat some, the pain is intense. the Fire Nation soldiers who watch you struggling as you like tears begin pouring out of your eye, mucus gushing from your nose, begin laughing a bit at you as you're going like, like struggling a bit.
Al has touched his eyes with the hand that he has with.
Oh no! You're blind. The water pouring out of your eyes is blinding you, and so when Ambassador Bao calls you over, you're just a mess. Like as you come around the corner, you're just like crying and weeping and like sort of hiccuping every so often as well. Yeah.
Rung would like try and like do this thing, seeing him do this, being like his guard, and he'd be like, "Oh no!" Like, try to like dive to him to stop him doing this on the way there. Like, don't touch your eyes.
No, too late.
He did.
As he continues to rub them.
Lead me down, Rung.
As you guys come around the corner, Ambassador Bao, again, thank you. Mako and Shurva have explained the situation, but I would like to hear each of your intentions as well. Air Nomad, what is it you intend? What is your goal?
Sorry, Mako, what's up?
Did you know that Pung was like the nephew to like the Earth Queen?
Who said that?
No way.
He literally said so multiple times, didn't he?
Luckily, he escaped well, like you told me.
I thought he was just lying to us.
He didn't specifically say who he was, but he said, "I'm very important in the Earth Nation Kingdom, Earth Nation hierarchy.
Yeah,
My father will hear of this."
Good for him. Did he get back safely?
Apparently.
Cool.
So I'm liking this one a lot more.
Oh, more than what? Why?
Do you remember what happened last time?
No, you guys told me that after fighting the sandworm that he escaped because I wasn't there when you
Oh,
fought the
wasn't
sandworm.
Yeah, he escaped. Don't worry about it.
Why are we all surprised?
You escaped this mortal coil.
Hi, Mr. Marco's dad.
You can call me Ambassador Bao.
Ambassador Bao?
Your intentions. What is it you intend to do? You've returned Mako to me, and I thank you for that. Mako and Shurva have told me what they plan to do next, but I would like to hear from you yourself what it is you plan to do.
Well, Ambassador Bao, and he bows again. He's clearly very nervous in front of the Emperor, Ambassador. Well, Mako and Shurva were going to do some cool stuff to save the world, and it sounded like something I could help with, so I was just gonna go along with them and see if I could help.
Thank you.
Nomad and all, so go mad nomads.
Thank you. Oki of the Water Tribe.
I'm just here. I was here when all this catastrophe started, and I guess I just sort of want to see it through to the end. Plus, they'll probably need a waterbender at some point, spirit stuff and all that stuff. Not that I, have any experience in that, but hey, I'm willing to give it a go.
I have heard stories of waterbenders. I dismiss these as stories, just as I dismiss spirits as stories. I'd heard stories of waterbenders using their powers to appease spirits and to calm them.
You can do that?
Definitely try. Or
And
die
you.
trying.
And you, young man, you seem like a man of authority.
He's looking at me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long he's wanted to hear that.
Well, I'm gonna reach. I've
got a badge and everything.
Don't worry about it. Like, I don't need this one today. So, well, my intentions was the team would really fall apart without me and my detective here. Al really is imperative for how we survived the desert, because without me, they wouldn't have had a way to trek across this. But without blowing much coal smoke up myself, I guess I'm same as Oki. You just sort of see this to the end. If they need any more sand or earth bending, I'll be the guy to help them out. And these guys are pretty scrawny; they don't lift enough, so I'm here to do the heavy lifting for them and leave the hard thinking to them. So we're a good team. We need each other, and we got something important to do. So I intend to see that through. and deliver Colfax.
One of those sounds more important. Thank you, son.
Mr. Ambassador Bao.
Yes.
There were some air nomad delegates at the conference. Did you know if they made it out okay, or if Sister Taka or any of the others?
Yes, Sister Taka led the recovery efforts. She and her airbenders were instrumental in helping get people out from fallen rubble, buildings where they'd been attacked, and gathering together the survivors and supplies to help keep them fed and watered. Yes, I believe she had headed back towards the Eastern Air Temple. She said she was going to gather some people together and head out from there.
Cool. No, that's great to hear. Thank you.
Anytime. Does you credit to be concerned about your people. So, you're heading to the Northern Air Temple, is that correct?
Oh, you know about that? Yeah. That's the plan.
Okay.
Unless
And it
there are
has to
flying
be-
bison here.
Flying bison? I haven't seen any flying bison
Let's give it a
about.
try.
And it has to be you. It has to be you 5.
Well, it has to be at least Mako.
No, I think something feels right about being representatives of all 4 nations, particularly given the conflict that we now seem to be heading towards. No,
Please avoid that at all costs. Remember?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, cool.
As I said, I don't think it'll come to conflict. We know that the Dai Li it wasn't the Dai Li, it was the Stone Hand, a rogue offshoot of the Dai Li. We know that it was an attempt to discredit the Earth Queen and to usurp her from her throne. No, I don't think it'll come to conflict between the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation. I don't see that in our future anytime soon.
All the air nomads, we stay out of everything.
He just nods.
It's glad to see that you're alive. He knows about that, right, Mako?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, it's good to see that you're alive. We were very sad when we heard that you had passed. So, welcome.
Thank you. Mako has told me I'm still struggling to believe it.
Yeah,
Just
let
there was
people
Mako.
talk.
don't even
Yeah,
think
no.
about it.
Did he tell you he talks to fish?
Talks to fish. What?
And
Spirits.
whales.
Spirits.
Spirit fish and whalefish. Spirit and whalefish.
Whalefish is tautology, son. Whales are mammals. It can't be a whalefish. Never heard of whalefish before. I've heard of whale eels. I've heard of whale stoats. I've never heard of a whalefish before.
What the?
I see why you're
What was
the
a
ambassador.
jellyfish? It was a jellyfish turtle. Anyway,
Anyway, moving on.
Skunk whales.
oh, that would stink.
I
Big
know,
stinkers, they're
underwater.
called.
Like doing like a big drive-by, crop dusting in the water.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they fill up large bubbles of gas underwater and use it to stun prey. The bubbles emerge up on the surface of the water. It stuns fish as they go up, and then the whale comes up and consumes the fish at the surface, being knocked out by the gas. Quite an effective hunting strategy. I've seen it on the ironclads heading over.
So over at Oki, just like
That's right. I turned your stupid joke into fucking biology lesson. You're welcome.
Question.
Yeah.
New Pokemon character.
The library of Washington. Did you
Yes.
ever hear about any expedition going there? For any
Oh
reason?
yes, of course. Yes, the Fire Nation sent out a group to investigate the library of Wan Shi Tong. Yes, of course.
Have they
Well,
returned?
they pissed him off.
Yes, no,
Okay.
they returned a few days ago.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, they did get out of the library before it went poof.
Before it went poof, no, the library's still there. The Fire Nation scouts reported back that they're going to be sending a larger force in to investigate further.
Oh no.
It was in the spirit wilds when the whole.
No, that makes sense actually. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
we could go back and get some more scrolls.
Yeah, we could go back.
I mean, you're there for the first time.
Is it not double dipping at this point?
No, that was a different timeline. Don't worry about it.
So we could just give them the same information again.
Yeah, basically.
I try and.
I believe as a spirit, he would be aware of both timelines.
I can give him new facts
just
on how I
angry.
fucked up.
Can I just
And
see
would've
some
moved.
soft soil and go to test something just nearby, just
Yeah.
randomly? I try and turn it into mud.
No, you are unable to turn it into mud.
Are you normally able to turn it into mud?
No, he's not.
No, I was able to. No, I did. Was that part of the sand bending with that sort of thing?
Sand bending, you can loosen the sand so that it becomes quicksand, but adding moisture to dirt is not something you can do.
That's something Oki can do.
Yes.
I thought that was something I picked up from those books. Like if I see like some sort of dirt, I can make it muddy.
You can make
like
it
that book.
like quicksand. You can make people like drop into it a little bit. So you can change. You can basically split the soil apart so that people sink into it very slightly.
Okay, as long as I can still do that, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I
Yeah,
haven't got what
we
we
still
learned.
have all of the information that we had
Yes.
from
You
the library.
learned.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just don't have the physical scrolls.
Hey
I
guys,
will-
is it bad that they have access to One Shitong's library?
Yes, it's very
Because-
bad.
Absolutely.
We should
Yeah.
go there and.
That needs to be stopped at all costs.
Ambassador Bao,
It
is there
sounds
anything
like
can do
you
about
are on a
that?
bit of a tight timeline. Perhaps I can make my way to the library and oversee and ensure that it is treated with respect.
If you can talk to the Washington
Actually,
and just say that Mako sent
maybe-
you, literally the whole thing will shut down, everything will close.
Puts up like a
Seems
cloak
like you
behind
made
the
a bit of an
door, just
impression.
flips it round.
Seems like you made impression on this spirit.
I actually
Turns
think
off
that
the
maybe
open
this
neon
is
light.
something we could trust to Jen.
Oh yeah.
She'll do anything for a prize. She's very fast.
Oh, she could paralyze Washington.
We can give her some kind of note from us.
Yes, I think that would be. Yes, I think we can hire Jen for that. Yes,
Oh, then
that's
we
a
can
good
just
idea.
tell her to pass the note along that saying that the Fire Nation are using this
Exactly.
to commit war crimes.
We're
And-
literally just asking her to
and he'll-
deliver a message. She does not need to know any extra information.
And then he'll take it, get mad, maybe kill her. Then you don't have to pay for it.
No.
I don't want that to happen.
That might
You
happen.
humans are all the same, abusing my library.
We'll just ask her to go in there and like sprinkle some like dust around or something. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, throw some mud,
Um,
mud on the scrolls.
No, we can give her a message and tell her to come back and get paid only if the library disappears.
Not respecting the Dewey Decimal System.
But she has to ensure that he
Death
leaves
upon
with
you.
his library to the spiritual world. Otherwise, she does not get paid.
I will write that down and speak to her about that.
I start writing a note.
Okay.
Then don't give her. Perfect.
On another thing,
The only
guys,
piece of paper
and-
Mako has is the one he's drawn that symbol on. So you're drawing it on the back of that. So you've got.
I'm drawing on the other side, yeah.
Cool. Just
That's
wanted to check.
fine. That'll help prove who we are, I guess.
Yes, I'll.
So sorry to talk about this in front of you, Ambassador Bao, Mr.
Yes.
Ambassador Bao. Mako and Shurva, do we know how Ambassador Bao died? Was it subterfuge? Like, was he killed by sinister means within the Fire Nation for being anti-war? Should he be careful with who he talks to?
I always thought it was from the daily, but I don't think we ever actually received information
We didn't
about
get
that.
that much information.
You saw a wanted poster saying the Dali were wanted for
Oh,
the
yeah.
murder of Ambassador Bao,
Yeah,
made
But
by the
that
Fire
could've-
Nation.
That
Yeah.
could have been.
Yes, it could have. Yeah, because the Fire Nation made that, so you don't know what that's worth.
And I was
Like-
murdering him as well.
Yeah, this is all new to me because like we're a peaceful race, but now I'm questioning everything.
Yeah, so like, yeah, just be careful who you trust then, because we don't know who killed you.
Don't trust Zhao.
Because if he wants a war and you're uncovering the truth, you could be in danger, Mr. Ambassador Bao.
I had not considered that. If what you say about General Zhao is true, then perhaps I should watch my back a bit closer.
Oh, and I redact everything I told you when you asked me for my advice. I take it all back.
What do you mean?
I take it all back. Like,
No,
before
you
I
had
even
some.
brought-
You had some
before
very
I
good
even
points. I've
brought anything up
I've passed them
about
back to the Fire Lord. I
redact
I think they're very good points.
redact them.
Oh, with that, the whole unifying the nations under one.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
That one?
that was very misunderstood.
Yeah.
Very misunderstood.
Oh, you could argue that's what General Zhao is doing right now.
Yes, that's
Oh.
why it's very misunderstood. I meant as in like we should work together as a collective.
Ali, I think at this point you should just
no
sit on
one-
the floor.
Yeah.
You know what?
Stay in the
No,
cage. Open the crate.
No,
Fine.
no nation should be higher than any other nation. Perfect. In frame.
I'm confused. You're giving me somewhat mixed messages. You're telling me not to put a target on my back, while at the same time put a massive target on my back. I can't retract that statement now, Mako. It puts us in a position of weakness.
Mako, it's too late. Just we'll leave that as it is. It's more important
I'll
that
make
we move
another wish
forward
for
now.
that later.
No,
No more wishes.
I have made my point about attacking the Earth Kingdom, attacking such a strong nation, opens us up to problems and to serious issues as well. I will reinforce that statement that attacking such a strong nation puts us in a position of weakness.
But do it safely.
Okay, I will do so.
Cool.
Right.
Be another thing. If you die because you were the aspect of Mako's wish, we're not
Nothing
sure what
happens.
will happen.
No, nothing happens.
Because
Right.
the wish wasn't to bring him back to life.
it was
it
to undo
just
Mako's
undo.
mistakes.
It was to undo his mistake. This is a side effect of that wish.
Because if I asked him to come back to life, that would have been more terrifying for everyone else around him, and he would have probably just been killed again.
Fair. Just before we leave on our expedition, can we please potentially get some money from you to get supplies on the road? I think it'll look a bit sus if we're trying to get supplies from here before we leave.
Oh, yes, that might be wise. Yes, especially if General Zhao is someone to be watchful of. He is back at the camp. Yes, of course. And he pulls out and hands you a pouch, Shurva.
Thank you very much.
Mako, I love you, son, but I know you far too well. I know Shurva will ration that. I think you're a bit too used to living comfortably.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sorry.
Does he still have his haircut?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you cut your hair. He didn't react to that because I had actually forgotten. Rewind a little bit. His reaction to that is horror. I won't go too much. But yeah, horror. Like, what have you done? But Mako,
The Dai
connection
don't
to
worry about it.
the Dai Li did it.
Yes.
The Stone Hand
he
will
didn't.
pay for that in blood.
No, I did.
The Stone Hand will pay for that in blood. We will burn their cities to the ground and salt the earth. No, he's just a little bit sort of concerned, but doesn't make too much of a deal of it. All right, back to the present. Right. Well, if
we
your
also
goal is,
have-
oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Please.
is there any mounts that you can spare that we could take to help us get to the air temple?
Oh, I've seen these like iron tank things.
No.
They wouldn't do well in the mountains.
Yeah,
It's in
we're
a
just on a
mountain
peace trip. We're in a tank.
The only thing that we need to remember about taking anything from this camp is we're trying to leave as covertly as possible to make it seem like we were never here, so we can only take things that definitely wouldn't be missed, which I
If
feel
you're-
like mounts might be.
If your plan is to head to the Northern Air Temple, your best bet is by sea or by air. Otherwise, a massive mountain range, virtually impassable, lies before you towards the northwest of here. If you take the ocean route, the Northern Air Temple, as I'm sure your airbender friend here knows, is located almost on the coastline. It would only be a couple of days' walk, maybe a mountain pass through the gap.
Yes,
Obviously, sky would be quicker. Yeah. Potentially, you said you had to talk to the Northern Water Tribe at one point too. That's not that far from the Northern Air Temple, and I know that there is an encampment of the Water Tribe haven't left yet. The ambassadors from the Water Tribe have not yet left. They're still looking for their lost daughter. I assume that's Oki.
Aww.
They're still looking.
Yes, they're just camped on the other side of the Serpent's Pass, just past the ferry.
What, you said they didn't want you.
Oh, we would have gone right past them.
Yeah, we could say hello to your family.
We
Give
could
us a
go
lift to
find
the
them
Northern
first,
Tribe.
and and then
We
go
can
to the
drop you
Northern Air
off.
Temple from there.
Yeah,
Seems like
perhaps
fun.
that could be. Yes, and I mean, and if your goal is to the North Border Tribe, that would not be too hard to send a message to the Air Temple, and maybe they could send a bison to pick you up and save you the trip of traveling across the mountains. I would feel safer if you were in the air.
Done. That's actually the
Or,
best
or I
plan
could
we've
make
had
I could
ever
make a
since
solo
ever.
trip to Northern Air Temple and pick up a bison and take it down to the Northern Water Tribe.
Potentially,
I'll stick
but
with
you're
you
going
guys.
to have to cross the. Yes, okay. Yeah, I mean that's an option. Yeah, I mean I was a military strategist for many years. Mako, you can't be too surprised I come up with plans.
No, you definitely had the best plan. Also,
Why
like,
didn't
the only
Mako
plan-
inherit any of this?
Look,
Yeah.
He's
Do you
still
say that?
young, give
Do you
him
say that? Do you say that?
time.
Hang on, no, do you say
Oh,
that?
Marco.
Okay.
You would have slept through all of it.
He gives you a bit of a sharp look, almost a little bit of like parental defensiveness coming in. He's like, Mako has skills, and he's been developing his strategic mind for some time. He doesn't have the 40 years experience I have, but he's working his hardest. And this real world experience is what he lacks. This might be good for you, son. Actually,
This is our rite of passage.
Just don't let me blow up anything else, okay, guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say your dad,
Unless
your
we
father's
need
a
to.
fantastic tactician. You kind of caused this mess right now, so we gotta work on your tactics.
Look, yeah, okay.
But still proud of you anyway.
I'll lean over to Ambassador Bao and it's like, we're teasing him to build his resilience.
Thickest
then
skin in the
I appreciate it. Just don't cross the line.
I'll give Ambassador Bao a wink and then goes behind.
Do you need to pee, son? Do you need to? No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
Wait, you do?
No, he doesn't say that.
You know?
No, he doesn't say
Told you it was
that.
nothing.
Right. Well, I will speak with Jen. Let her know. You have a note for her, son? Thank you.
Yes. Pass this.
Thank you. Stay safe. Please send word when you can. I will send word to your mother, Mako. Shurva, I might need to summon your brother if I really am in danger. Perhaps it would be good to have your brother watching my back.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
Yes, I think I might send a letter to the Fire Nation this evening, see if I can requisition a hawk. Yes, I best be careful. And am I to say that I have found you? Yes, I think I am. Otherwise, I think it's important that I let the other nations know that their children are safe, and
Yeah.
I will say that you are on your way back to the Fire Nation. An easy lie, no one will look into it.
Yep.
Oki and Al are on their way home right now, and Rung, I'm not actually your family. I'm not actually. Are they important?
How much do you rely on those tanks to move around?
I just pat my father on the back, just shake my head no.
Because
My father will hear about this. Your tanks will run dry. Oh, because of you, Mako. My family
Perhaps I
makes
should-
coal for a living. We have the biggest coal mining scheme.
Bolo Industries. Yes, okay. I can send a note and let them know that you're safe. That you're looking for a rich coal seam. What should I say to?
Come on, doing something cool.
Doing something cool. Okay, I can.
All right, now tell him I'm going out there and becoming a man, and I'll come back to lead stronger teams deeper into the mines. But for now, these guys are doing some cool stuff.
Okay, sure.
They'll understand. They know me.
I can
well.
do that.
Tell them
I
I'm
can.
still doing my lifts every single day, and I'm doing my push-ups and eating lots of protein still to keep the muscle mass. They'll appreciate that as well.
Yes, I will do that. I will write all those things. Don't you worry, son. I will do that.
Just say he eloped. It's fine.
I was
Let's
just
go.
going to say that I was just going to send a message and say he's safe, but like doing something, like he's doing
Yeah.
something stupid.
Yeah.
Lean protein. I just go to like lean protein's really good for our family here. Anyway, I'll tell you about it later.
Also, Shurva, I should have specified. Ambassador Val has handed you 120 coins, gold coins.
Awesome.
That is a significant sum of money. Yes, it is. You have turned yourself into a potato. Podcast listeners, Bree's... I don't know how to describe that. Bree turned herself into a potato for a few seconds using a video filter.
Okay, to explain...
I'm going to find the coal.
My number pad is set up to change filters because during my live streams, I have filters that people can put on for 10-15 minutes at a time. I just typed 124 because it is my instinct to use my keyboard. Number 4 does this.
Yeah. What's number 1 do?
Like that side look, like sassy potato. Mm-hmm. You can't turn
It cuts out your glasses, but keeps your eyes. That's really impressive.
I know, and you can see the blue tint from the glasses.
Yeah, the filter.
It's cool.
That's hilarious.
Started like the world's biggest like YouTube channel in like 2013 of that sort of stuff right there.
Yeah.
Oh, and with a voice changer that increases the pitch by 2 steps, you would have absolutely owned early 2000s, early 2000 teens, late 2000s internet. Yeah. Yeah. My anus is bleeding. Yeah. So I think everyone's seen those videos, haven't they? Yeah, everyone knows those videos.
Yep. The annoying orange.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why it feels so familiar. Back to serious Avatar. Ambassador Bao sort of nods and goes, "Stay safe. Stay in contact then. I look forward to hearing updates. Probably best not to send anything to the Fire Nation camps. Send it via your mother, and she'll know how to contact me."
Cool. Will do.
That we could use to send you messages.
We'll find something.
What was that, sorry?
Do you happen to have maybe a spare hawk or something that we can use to send messages?
I don't have a personal hawk. I've just been using we have our hawk master with us who manages our army communications. It's a bit of an extravagance to have your own hawk on the road with you.
When we're at a major city, we can just send a message. It's fine. We'll find something. We'll figure it out.
I don't think throwing rocks from very far away.
No, we're not going to do that.
Doesn't seem like that'd be a very effective way to pass messages. It seems frankly dangerous. What if someone was to get hit or...
That hurts. That's what happens when you get hit by a rock.
only someone who's been hit by said rock would have an idea like that, surely.
Yeah. It hurts so much.
Oh, it was only a love tap.
That hurts
You throw it near them.
No, that was on purpose. I threw it at him.
Well, I should probably be getting back to camp before too many questions are asked. I think we have a solid plan heading forwards. Please keep in touch and good luck to all 5 of you. I hope that you're successful and that you come to no further harm.
Thank you for believing us.
It was good to see you
I'm
again.
not so sure I do yet, but I trust you more importantly. And even if what you've said is hard to believe, I trust both of you. Shurva, I literally have trusted you with my life and my son's life since the day you took over guard duty, and since you took over his personal guard. If I don't believe what you say and I don't believe what my son says, who would I believe? As improbable, as impossible as your story sounds, I have to accept that what you say is true.
And we're not mentally insane. Yep, cool.
I hadn't considered that. Perhaps I should fetch the guard to assemble a straitjacket. No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
I mean, it was the day after we ate cactus juice, but no.
Doesn't know that she still has her chunk of cactus in her bag.
We're in the day that some good music was playing. You know,
it'll quench you.
Beautiful journey.
Well,
Layla to see what would happen. Never got around.
Good luck. Good luck to all of you. Did you want to say goodbyes to Jen, or will you head off? Should I distract the guards and...
We'll just skedaddle, I think.
Yeah, I think
I'll just give her a wink from when we're leaving. She'll know what it means.
Yeah. No,
okay.
She's fawning over her bag of gold.
I remove the headpiece from my hair. Can you give this to her for me, please?
Yes, sure.
Just in case she ever needs to find us.
Oh, right, the shishu. Would you like to use a piece of fabric or something? No? Okay, thank you, Shurva. Yes.
It's the thing that goes around the ponytail. It is metal at the front, but tied on with fabric at the back.
Tied on with fabric at the back, yeah.
Yeah.
She also just has my clothes, apparently. Like, I honor.
She has a shirt of yours, Mako. I pulled it out of your luggage. You don't pack things properly. You just chuck them on the floor. It's filthy.
How'd you know?
I'm glad we cleared up that I did not have the shirt. It was not anything like that.
Yeah, cool. That's cleared up now.
Actually, if I could do one thing before I go, do I still have that half my broken badge of authority in my pocket with me? Like that was
Yes, you do.
repaired?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just give that to Marco's father. I'm like, oh, actually, tell him still doing something cool and eating plenty of protein and taking care of these guys. And I take off like the top part that's chipped. Like, give this to my family. Tell them I'll come back to put it back together sometime soon.
You should hold on to that. There's no way I'm going to be making it out to your village.
Oh, you're not doing it? Oh, okay. Well, don't worry about it then. Be fine. I thought you were heading out that way. No stress. Damn it. That was a cool moment right there.
I'm the senior ambassador of the Fire Nation to the Earth Kingdom. I do not have time to be traveling out to random villages.
Damn, it's a big village as well.
The fact that it's called a village makes me think it's very big.
He sort of turns and looks at the walls of Ba Sing Se above you, to the point where it's now painful. It's painful for your neck to look up at the top of them from this position. It's genuinely like you need to actually to take a few moments and massage the back of your neck for a few seconds afterwards. He sort of looks at the walls of Ba Sing Se and looks back at Rung, looks back at the walls of Ba Sing Se, back at Rung, and goes, I'm sure it's very large, son.
That's a big village. But mine's a big village. That's a big village.
You mentioned before about the possibility of you all having brain damage. I don't think all of you have brain damage.
Fair enough.
Thanks.
Enough said.
Appreciate that.
The majority.
Enough said. We understand.
Anyway, can't wait to unite all these nations under one banner. Anyway.
I'm really
Good luck.
regretting that, aren't I?
Good
The
luck.
fact that you said it
all
in
of
the first episode.
I could not believe that. It was amazing. Marco's like, this ambassador's like, yeah, what should I do, son? Well, I really think we should unite all of the nations under the Fire Nation's banner. I'm like, should we now?
Should we?
Take a note of that. Fantastic. And then the Fire Nation attacked courtesy of Mako Bao. He was a trademark Mako Bao. Yeah, no, good luck, all of you. Stay safe. Stay well.
On that note, Ambassador Bao, have a think about it as a tactician, right? Earthbenders don't attack from the ceiling unless it's a rumor that Dai Li set up so that they can ambush people from the ceiling.
But they don't do that. They literally told us they don't do that. They said that'd be stupid.
Unless that's what they want you to think. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
God, unless it is.
Ambassador Bao, just food for thought.
Ceiling.
Defend the ceiling.
It's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that. Avatar Kyoshi. I remember from the one of the histories. She fought against a group of rogue earthbending bandits who would launch themselves into the sky using earth pillars and come down on their enemy in a hail of stones. So I'm not sure how true that is. I'm sorry.
That's not from the ceiling though, so it's fine.
From the okay.
That's from the sky. Difference.
Son, only
World.
Stop.
only
Stop.
a fool deals in absolutes. Only the Sith deal in absolutes. Yeah.
I'm not getting caught on the technicality again.
Only a
What's your
Sith
Mr.
deals in
Ambassador Bao?
absolutes.
As we leave, we're gonna give my dad another hug.
Alley cam.
Oh.
Yeah, as you go and he holds you close, sort of wraps his hand around the back of your head and holds you really tight. And he whispers into your ear, Mako, please stay safe, son. Please.
I'll try.
I'll join in for the hug.
Okay. There's a moment of this like father-son bonding, and then suddenly Al comes in and starts hugging too, and he sort of looks down at this air nomad and goes, Sure, why not? Puts the other arm on your shoulders. In his mind, there's a bit of like a resignation of like, yeah, this guy, my son's saying he saved his life. Yeah, okay. I'll let him have it.
There's a little bit of heat coming off my body, like where you are. There's just like a little bit of heat. Like it's slowly getting warmer.
Are you firebending your friend to?
I'll nuzzles into the heat.
That would be a step away from balance, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'm
burning a friend.
I'm so far gone already. It's fine.
Burning a friend.
To burn me, but to burn all.
I mean, he's just practicing for when the Fire Nation invade the air nomads and wipe them out.
Yeah,
he's just practicing.
He's hugging them.
He's literally warming up. Yeah.
Please give him hot air.
Ha ha ha.
All right. Ambassador Bao then collects the soldiers, takes Jen, and they begin walking around the other side to try and give you guys a bit of space so that they can't see you. The soldiers can't see you. And they begin heading back towards the encampment.
Scatter.
That's cool.
Yeah, we head the direction of the ferry, I guess.
Yeah, so the way station, the ferry, is due west of your position currently, just across this open expanse of rock. It's late afternoon, sort of heading into 3-4 o'clock. The sun's setting behind the walls of Ba Sing Se in front of you. So as you come out from around the bend, the sun is then now setting over the mountains in front of you, and the shadow of Ba Sing Se falls away behind you. After only a few... Oh yeah, go.
Is there any tree cover between us and the ferry?
No, this is all open plain. It's all open plain land and all open rocky outcropping. The trees sort of they die back a fair way behind, and this area has been cleared actively by the Earth Kingdom. So no trees grow here anymore. It's been cleared and chopped down to fuel Ba Sing Se.
Rung, can you feel any tunnels below us?
Pretty sure there's a fair ton right below us, but it's probably not the best place to go digging outside the wall. But I can give it a crack.
Well, I'm saying we can,
feel it.
if we move a little bit further away, we can potentially sleep under the ground for tonight, just so we don't have any chance of getting...
Big bad badger-moles, they live in the tunnels. Hey,
my thought is Rung can get us down there and then potentially put up walls or pillars on either side of us in the tunnel to create like a small pocket to sleep in.
The badger-moles earthbend, don't they?
Yes, they most definitely do earthbend. It's like building a paper house and a water gun's about to shoot it down.
Okay, disregard. I clearly know nothing about badger-moles.
And the water gun's full of like sharp shrapnel on the inside.
We need lots of snacks to stop the water gun.
Yeah.
Lightning also arcing through it just for the hell of it.
That's me. I'm causing that. So friendly fire.
Yeah.
Sorry, Owen, just a quick question. The Serpent's Pass, is it back on the other side of the lake, or is it on the side of the lake?
The Serpent's Pass is the join between... Yeah, it's the crossing. The Serpent's Pass is the crossing that bridges the land on either side of this lake. Full Moon Bay, essentially. And then on the other side of Full Moon Bay is a massive area of open water that leads directly back to the ocean in a couple of different directions. One of the rivers heads out towards the west, the northwest. Another river heads into the mountain pass towards the Air Temple, but you don't suspect that joins up with the ocean. And then another series of rivers heads back and curls around Ba Sing Se. But your plan isn't to cross the water. You're on the right side of the river. You are where you need to be. You just need to get to the... so basically cross the ferry, continue around the shore, don't take the Serpent's Pass, continue around the shore again, and you'll be at where the water tribe are, according to Ambassador Bao. The big badger-moles, they live in the tunnels. Alrighty, so I think that is a really good spot to wrap up for tonight, because we've just hit over 2 hours, heading towards 2 hours and 15 minutes there, so I reckon that's a good place to wrap things up. So we will come back again next week, most likely.
Same time or Tuesday, was it?
Most likely Thursday, because I did have something happening next week, but it got moved because the person who was doing it got COVID, so it has been moved. So yeah, I was going to have to fly to Sydney to do some surgeon training, but that is being pushed back because the dude who was coming over from the US is sick with COVID. So it hasn't been confirmed when that is, but likely that'll be the week of the 28th. So that week we might be doing it. No, Thursday's still fine because I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Thursday's still fine. So we're still Thursdays. We're Thursdays. All right. I think it's a good place to wrap up. We will wrap up Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar Legends right there. We will be back again next Thursday for more fun in this crazy world. Until then, stay safe, stay well. We will see you again soon. Potentially, some of these guys might be joining me for Raft on Sunday. I'll keep you posted and see how that's looking, the new update on Raft. Otherwise, I will be doing my regular Pokemon Legends Arceus stream on Saturday morning, and I will be finishing the game. I have finished my living dex. I have caught every single Pokemon except for Arceus, Giratina, and there's something happening at Mount Coronet. I got all the plates, but I haven't gone to Mount Coronet yet, so there's something happening with the plates. Volo wants me to drop the plates off to Mount Coronet, so I'm going to do that. But I've given Volo, yeah. I don't trust Volo, so the whole time I've been using Volo's voice as like a, oh, seems you've collected some plates. So that's very interesting, isn't it? I don't trust him at all, so I think he's going to do a dodgy. And because here's my thinking, right? So like in the beginning, he does that whole thing where he teaches you the backstrike. I reckon that's foreshadowing a backstab. Just saying.
Pokemon?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I stand by it.
A lot of politics in Pokemon.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him. All right. Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay well. We will see you again next time. Farewell. Bye. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Mwah.